What's up, guys? My name is Devin Curioni. Welcome back to DC Fitness here. I am currently 6 days out from my second pro show going into Legions. This is my sister Julie.
I am 6 weeks out from my show that's going to be in New Jersey to hopefully get my pro card, going along that journey.
So welcome back. We're super excited to bring you through our day-to-day delt workout that we're going to be doing. Now, because I am 6 days out, the training is going to be a little bit less intense for her. We can still push things a little bit harder, but when you're close to a show, you don't want to be pushing things too much. It's more about refining at this point. It's not necessarily about putting on more muscle. It's about refining, trying to bring in that extra little bit of detail. Sometimes a lot of people don't understand if you push too hard when you're close to a show, you could cause inflammation. That could take away some of that detail in the muscle. So we're super excited to bring you through the differences as far as our training. Either way, we're pushing hard. We're gonna bring you through this delt workout. We're gonna get straight to it, no bullshit. So let's go. So on this first thing, we're gonna do the reverse flies. We're gonna go through 4 rounds here. Just a little bit more volume, just push the volume into the delts real quick. That way when we go into our press and our actual heavier movements, having your rear delts actually supports your front delts. So it's just gonna help stabilize it. Yep, good old prep. So for me, when I feel like I have maybe 2 to 3 more sets, I'm gonna stop. So you don't want to over exhaust yourself, like I said, when you're close to a show. So just a little tip on the reverse flies when you're doing them. See so many people do it wrong. They sit in all the way, chest is up, and when they're squeezing, they're pitching their rhomboids rather than focusing on their rear delts. So make sure when you're doing this, your hands should be about shoulder width, aligned with your shoulders, and sit your butt back. That way when you're coming, you're even and you're driving through your rear delts. If you're too forward, now you're driving with your back, not your rear delts. So just to keep that in mind. So normally we'll do a double cable on this, but since they're thinking, we're just gonna do a single arm isolation. It's the same idea. So what we wanna do here is we're gonna come all the way across that body. Since we already fired up our rear delts, it's gonna hit our rear delts a lot, since all that blood is in there. But it's also gonna hit that medial head. So that's gonna create all that detail and that structure between the medial head and the rear delt. These are great if you wanna ever isolate that area. Get a little funky. Yep. 11.
More like coming from like negative positive.
Kind of see how I position my body too, kind of angled. It's going to allow me to stretch across my body.
For a while you were kind of against it for a while.
Yep, come on. Come on, try to get that pro card. Let's go. 11. Yep. 12. Come on. 13. 14. One more.
That burns like a bitch.
Oh yeah. Come on. 6 fucking days. Let's go. Yep.
I'm going to check this in here.
Oh yeah. Got something approved this show. Something approved. Top 9 in the first pro show. And this one's gonna be a big one over in Reno, Nevada. So I'll be documenting that as well. So make sure you stay tuned for that one. But yeah, we got a statement to make. Flex it out. Show those fucking delts. Trying to grow those delts. on. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. There it is. Good. Damn. Not bad for a 21-year-old. Also, if you guys want a sick-ass pump, make sure you go get yourself some BMI stacked pre-workout, as well as their citrulline and their pump caps. No issues with bloat or anything like that. So make sure you go get yourself some BMI and use code DC15.
Up 5. Push 7. Up 8. Push 9. Push. Go. Go.
Yeah. Woo. Fuck, everything feels heavy. Flat, tight. Yep, 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Fuck.
Up 1. Up 2. Up 3. Up 4. Up 5. Push 6. Up 7. Up.
Come on.
2 more.
2. Up.
1 more. Push. Push.
No. Fuck. My mind's like, you got it. My body's like, no. Let's see, you want to see that? Let's see. Cooking. Oh, yeah. Yep. 2, 3, 4, come on. 5, good volume here. 6, come on. 7, yep. 8, here we go. I got you. 9, 10, we got 5 partials. 1, 2, control down. 3, 4, 5. Yep. Ladies, don't be afraid to train fucking heavy, because that creates the hourglass. Especially these bikinis want glutes, want top shelf, and the delts, as you get leaner, that creates that overall shape. So by having more rounded medial head with the hourglass of the glute, that creates that overall shape that judges want. So don't be afraid to train.
Up 10, here we go. Push. 1. Up 2. Up 3. Come on. 4. Come on.
Yeah! Oh yeah. Moving on. Now we're gonna do some side laterals. So we're gonna go steal the new machine I bought over there. Haven't used it and we've had it for about 5 months. All right guys, so now on here we're gonna push it a little bit heavy. We're gonna go 4 rounds in total. First round we'll go volume, and then we'll go probably a moderate heavy round, a heavy round, and then we'll do another volume round. After the last round, what we're gonna do is, when she's all done doing her volume round on the end, I'm gonna drop the weight a little bit. We're gonna do another one, 10 to 15, but I'm gonna put resistance on top of the machine on the way down, just to keep that extra tension, push extra blood at the end.
Shit, fuck. 2, 3, 4, 9, push. And 2 more. 1 more. Up. That's really hard.
It might not seem like much, but it's fucking killer. Good. You should elongate, full stretch all the way down. It's going to tear that muscle when you're driving up. You're leading with the elbows. Wrist should never be above the elbows on these. So this is perfect form right here. Perfect form. This is gonna wrap up every angle of our delts today. With delts, there's so many different little muscle groups in your delts. You got your rear delt, your medial head, and your front delt. So you wanna make sure you're hitting every single angle, not only with volume, you wanna hit your heavy weight still, but with your delts, there's so many little muscles that it's gonna be a lot more volume. And that's how you're gonna create that structure, that density, and all that separation between all those little muscles. So this is to wrap it up. Got a little more smoke than I thought. confident going into this next show. A lot more refined, which is what I wanted. So last show we had to kind of cruise into it, make sure we don't go over the weight cap, and then we had to feed after I checked in at finals. This time we got ahead of schedule. We're already 4 pounds underneath the weight cap. So today's the first day that we're pushing a little bit of food. And we're just gonna gradually keep pushing food all the way into the show. So instead of loading hard, we're just gradually feeding into the show. That's gonna also help mitigate any bloat or extension. So it's gonna help keep my waist a little bit tighter this time around. And we're still gonna have that little bit of fullness, but we're gonna play it a little bit more safe so we become a little more sharp. This summer I'm gonna have a fucking summer. Usually I'm prepping over June, July, August, all that. So, you know, it's nice to be able to knock out my pro debut, my rookie season, you know, a little bit before summer. Focus on the business, focus on my clients' competition, and just be a coach and be a businessman. And it's super cool. So I get to, you know, go to her New Jersey show. I have her doing the Universe where I turn pro. Right up there, that's my pro card. And if you don't know, I own the Human Elite Gym. This is the Human Elite. So if you're ever in San Diego, shoot me a DM on Instagram, dcurioni_fit. Ask me for a free day pass. I'd love to give you a free day pass. guys, this is my client Alonzo. We are now 5 weeks out here. He's been with me since he is 17 years old. How old are you now? 21. Another 21-year-old. So I got my two 21-year-old prodigies. I've been working with my sister since she was 14. I've been working with him since he was 17. We have put on some crazy amount of size. He's got great structure for 21 years old. So we're going to be hitting, which one is it?
Which one? What show?
The West Coast Classic.
Oh, sorry.
West Coast Classic.
June 28th.
Yeah, June 28th. Awesome. So let's go ahead and go through your routine and see what we're looking like. That is the end of the workout for shoulders with me and Julie. Again, this is my client Alonzo, 5 weeks out, 6 weeks out, both 21 years old. I am still taking some coaching and online clients here, and in person I'll be back second week of June. So if you're in San Diego, you want in-person training, contact me. But I'm going to mainly be doing online coaching, so whether your lifestyle, just want to lose some weight, put on some muscle, or you want to step on stage, I'm taking a few more clients. So make sure you reach out, either _fit on Instagram, or you can slide down in the comments and leave your name and contact information, and I'll get back to you. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Remember, if you want great quality supplements, go to BMI, use code DC15. For clothing, I am sponsored by Jed North. Jed North is a great brand. Same thing, DC15 on there. Also, Now or Never I'm sponsored by, so you can use DC20 for 20% off. So make sure you use those codes, as well as Apex Labs if you need any peptides, any fat burners, any health supplements. Apex Labs is my go-to. I do their L-carnitine injections. I do their SR 9009, which I have both of them on. It helps break down the fat, helps your metabolism break down that fat even more. So again, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Let me know what you want to see next. We're out.